I'm not going anywhere. I mean it. I got nowhere to be. Open up now. Hey!
Hey guys, Kiwi here. In this video, I'll be breaking down and discussing the new sneak peek promo trailer for Season 5, Episode 10 of Better Call Saul, the Season 5 finale, Something Unforgivable. Major warning of spoilers up to Episode 509, and let's jump right into this. So the sneak peek shows Jimmy banging on Mike's front door. As the title to the sneak peek, I Want Answers, would imply, Jimmy wants more answers about Lalo. And after the end of Episode 509, it looks like in the 510 trailer, Jimmy picks back up the cell phone and speaks to Mike after Mike was listening into everything involving the showdown with Lalo where Kim tells him off. Considering Jimmy shows up at Mike's house for more answers, I'm going to have to assume that Mike doesn't say much over the phone. I don't know if it's because he thinks that the phones aren't safe to talk over, or if it's just because he thinks that Saul doesn't need to know more in general. I feel like if he had more to tell Saul, he would have told him to meet up, so the fact that Jimmy's banging on his doorstep probably means that Mike didn't say anything. I don't even know if Mike will end up telling Saul that he was even there with a sniper rifle covering him. Maybe he could tell Jimmy and that would make him feel more comfortable that Mike was there to save the day, but it'd be pretty crazy for Mike to just casually say, "Oh yeah, I was across the way on the other rooftop with a sniper rifle and an earpiece." Maybe give a hard time or two about how Kim stood in the way not only metaphorically, but literally. And as we know from the end of Episode 9 along with Episode 10 trailer, Lalo and Nacho plan to go to Mexico. And as you guys pointed out in the comments section, they might be going to Juan Bolsa's house, which is crazy considering Bolsa was the one who ordered the hit on Jimmy to steal the money. Juan Bolsa saw how Lalo was messing with Gus's operation, and so this was his way of helping by knocking Lalo down a peg. Was Bolsa trying to get Lalo locked up for good in American prison by stealing his bail money? And so it's kind of crazy that Lalo's going to Juan Bolsa when Bolsa's the one that ordered the hit against Lalo's bail money. Is Bolsa going to do something to Lalo? Also, with the huge saran wrap stacks of cash from the promo trailer, is that at Bolsa's house or is that possibly at Don Eladio's place by his pool? Regardless, Lalo's now on his way down to Mexico finally, but Jimmy doesn't know that. For all Jimmy knows, Lalo could still be in town ready to show up and threaten him or Kim at any moment. Because of this, I understand him wanting to go to Mike's house to get some answers, but the way he goes about it in the sneak peek is not the right way to do so.
What? You didn't think I'd find your ultra-secret bat cave? Well, the joke's on you, sucker. I'm your attorney, and you will let me in.
In the sneak peek, we can see Jimmy banging on Mike's door, running up to his living room window and yelling, followed by running back to his door to do a classic knock-ring combo. Funny enough, Mike wasn't even home as we see him pull up and arrive behind Jimmy's shoulders. Mike yells at Jimmy for causing a scene at his front door, as we know that Mike likes to keep things on the down low, so he probably doesn't appreciate Jimmy creating a scene at his front door during the middle of the day. A car driving past signifies that the neighborhood is probably busy and neighbors can probably see. Mike pushes Jimmy into his house, and this is where the sneak peek ends. But there's a clip from the promo trailer of them talking inside Mike's house.
What the hell do you think you're doing?
Ah, there he is. Not a fan of the surprise pop-in, huh? I can't imagine why.
You keep it down.
I will not keep it down. I want answers. Okay, the time has come for you to level with me, and I'm not going to leave until you do.
Inside now.
So, what happens next?
You're asking for information you can't have.
Mike tells Jimmy that he's asking for information that he doesn't have access to. Mike is trying to explain that through the different levels of operation, different people are allowed to know different things. You think that this would be common sense to Jimmy, but no, his life is in danger, Kim's life is in danger, he wants answers. It's really shitty for Jimmy to just have to believe Mike when he says, "Trust me," but after the end of the last episode, we know that if Jimmy and Kim are in danger, Mike will hopefully be there to save the day. The thing is, I'm really nervous that Kim is actually going to die in the next episode, the season 5 finale, so how horrible would it be for Mike to tell Jimmy that he has nothing to worry about and then Kim ends up dead? And as far as Mike telling Jimmy that he has nothing to worry about, is that all he's going to say, or could Mike tell Jimmy something that he shouldn't, maybe causing Jimmy to go do something that he shouldn't?
Is something gonna happen to Lalo?
I didn't say that.
Or at least maybe Mike can tell him something enough to give him peace of mind, or at least get him off of his back. Or is Mike going to have to resort to scaring and threatening Jimmy to get him to shut up and leave him alone? It would be interesting to see Mike put fear into Jimmy as a tactic right after giving Gus a hard time last episode about doing the same thing with Nacho. Could Jimmy being paranoid about Lalo coming after him and Kim be the reason why he goes to Caldera to grab the contact for Ed the Disappearer / the vacuum cleaner man? Maybe he'll go to Caldera just looking for a way to change his identity, and then Caldera will get him to meet Ed. Now, sadly, the actor who plays Ed did pass away, but they could still use his character by just showing the outside of the vacuum cleaner store and implying that Jimmy walks in there. And this has been a discussion for a while. Who's going to use Ed the Disappearer, if anybody, and how does Saul first get that contact? Because the thing is, in Breaking Bad, Ed the Disappearer is the one final card that Saul has in his back pocket. Apparently Gus doesn't know about Ed. Mike doesn't even know about Ed, because if Mike knew about Ed the Disappearer, he'd probably just use Ed in Breaking Bad and get away. So Mike doesn't know about Ed, so it's not Mike that tells Nacho or Jimmy about Ed the Disappearer, even though Mike does have that Caldera contact as well. So I feel like Jimmy has to go and get the contact for Ed himself, and even though he could use the contact to help Nacho, Jimmy has absolutely no idea about Nacho's situation currently with his dad being threatened. So I feel like if he does go and get the contact for Ed, it's going to first be used for Kim, or at least be an idea for her to use. Even if she doesn't end up going through with it, they'll end up going to get it just in case. And yes, by the way, it is confirmed by the writers that Mike doesn't know about Ed the Disappearer. That's why I'm even mentioning that here. Let me know of any theories or predictions you guys have for Ed the Disappearer, along with the aftermath of the Lalo standoff for the end of episode 509, and I'll see you guys all in my next video, which should be my season 5 episode 9 review and recap. I'd appreciate a like on this video if you've enjoyed anything that I've said today, and if you're new here or just haven't yet already, subscribe and hit that bell notification for updates on whenever I post new content on Better Call Saul and Breaking Bad. And speaking of subscribing, thank you guys, I just hit 9,000 subscribers. That's crazy, we're almost at 10,000, that's really exciting. I can't even begin to thank all of you enough for all the support that you've given throughout the entire season. We've gotten so much support, so many new subscribers, so many good solid comments, and so the reason why I'm saying, hey, if you haven't already, feel free to subscribe, because we do get a lot of new eyes on the videos after a lot of YouTube recommendations and a lot of successful YouTube searches, which thanks a lot YouTube, I really appreciate it. But it's been great getting all of the support throughout the season. I'd love to continue that into the off season, because there's a lot I want to discuss going into season 6. I want to go back and talk about the first 5 seasons of the show. And so yeah, if you're here and you love the Better Call Saul conversation, feel free to subscribe and stick around for the off season. And to all the regular viewers and commenters, thanks to all of you as well. I appreciate all of your support immensely. I don't know if you realize this, but I do recognize frequent commenters either by the name or your little profile image, so I do see you guys commenting quite a lot, and I do really appreciate it. Anyways, to tie it all up in a bow, the point of what I was trying to say in the first place is that it is kinda saddening that this is probably the last trailer breakdown for season 5, but there's a ton to talk about during the off season while we wait for season 6, so be sure to check back on the channel periodically for more theories, predictions, breakdowns, and reviews. And as always, I thank you guys all so much for watching. Sound like a broken record, but until next time, I'll talk to you guys later. Peace out.
I can't believe there's like over 1 billion people on this planet. And the only person I have to talk about this to is you.
I'm not going anywhere. I mean it.
Hey! What the hell do you think you're doing?
The time has come for you to level with me, and I'm not going to leave until you do.
Inside now.